So it comes with a pouch that is detachable, and then we have the tote in the large size, the on the go. This is stunning.
Louis Vuitton are clearly not interested in heeding any of the more recent feedback that they've been receiving about their Takashi Murakami launches. And on May the 22nd, we had the third and final release of their 20-year celebratory collection to complement the Maison 2025 Women's Resort Collection. So I wanted to go through some of the new promos and some of the feedback that some customers have given about the buying process for this last final collection. We'll have a look and see if it's been any better than the last two. Also, they've recently announced a price increase, so we're going to go through that too. So Louis Vuitton very quietly recently implemented a 2025 price increase across Europe and the US. We are seeing quite notable increases in some of their more staple bags like the Speedy, the Neverfull and the Carry-All collection. In the US, Speedies have seen an increase of between 4.4 and 5.1%, with the Nano Speedy now retailing for $1,880, which is about an $80 increase from the $1,800 that it was in 2024. And the more popular Speedy 25 has seen a 4.3% increase, moving from $1,820 to $1,900. And the Speedy 30 has seen the largest increase of 5.1%, going from $1,550 to $1,630. I'd say there's probably on average a increase across all styles of about 4% around there for US styles. There are a few styles that have only had a 1 to 2% increase, like the Keepall Bandolier 45, which has seen an increase of 1.2%, and the Keepall Bandolier 50, which has seen an increase of 1.1%. If you were, however, interested in a Capucine style, which they have been really growing on me since the Takashi Murakami celebratory pieces have came out and I saw them in person. Capucine styles have really grown on me, and they have actually not put any price increases on the Capucine styles. The Mini, the BB and the MM have seen no increase, and they stay at the same price at which they were in 2024. In Europe, most of the styles have seen an increase of between 3 and 8%. Somewhat similar to what is seen in the US. However, there are quite a few more styles that have seen no increase at all. So there has been no increase in the pricing of the Capucine styles, but also the on-the-go Empreinte in PM, MM and GM sizes. The Keepall Bandolier 45, 50 and 55 has also seen no increase, although the Carry-All collection has seen quite a significant increase of between 8.3 and 8.6%. Overall, I don't think these price increases were generally unexpected. We're definitely used to it at this point. They kind of fall within the same percentage as Chanel's price increases and Hermes's. And so, how do you guys feel about these price increases? Are they going to put you off picking up anything from Louis Vuitton? We can definitely see the evidence of these price increases in this new Chapter 3 Takashi Murakami drop, because the prices are pretty high. As you guys know, I did pick up a Papillon from the Cherry Blossom collection, the Baby and the Babe, okay, which was, I would say, pretty up there price wise for a Papillon, but that trend has seemingly trickled into the Cherry collection as well. If you guys have watched any of my other videos relating to this part of the 20-year celebration, you guys will know that the Cherry collection is not one of my favorites. It's not a style that really speaks to me, and so I haven't had anything that I wanted to pick up from this part of the collaboration. But I wanted to go through some of the additional promotional pictures that they released for this collection. And also, guys, I've wanted to give you a few alternatives, right? Because I've been looking around and I've actually been seeing a few things that are a bit cuter that still have the cherry theme, but if I were interested in picking up something with a cherry theme, would be a bit more me. And so I wanted to share it with you guys, just in case you were looking for something that was in the same vein but wasn't given exactly what Louis Vuitton is given at the moment. So there were quite a few promotional pictures released with Zendaya still, and they were interesting, right? Most of them feature her surrounded by cherries, in this Mediterranean backdrop. I actually did a double take when I saw this promo. I kind of felt like, who was this random model that they that they had plastered in all of these pictures? And it took me a second to realize that it was actually still Zendaya. So I don't know if they did that intentionally, but I mean, she looks okay. I don't know. I've just always feel like, I'm sure there's loads of you that love this pattern, but I just feel like quite a lot of it just looks quite childish to me. They've got one where she seems to be like lying across a cherry, which I mean is okay. I hate the dress, but the bag is okay. I actually think the cherries on the denim, of all the different colorways that are on offer, I think the cherry on denim mix is the best of all of them. So I actually don't mind the bag. I don't love the styling. And then she's got one where she's on a bike. I did get a glimpse of this bike in some of the earlier promo that they had released. I mean, it looks okay. It's all a bit blah for me. How are you guys feeling about it? I really like the trunk style of all of the cherry bags. This trunk style bag is probably one of my faves. So I enjoy the bag, and probably that's about it. There's one where she's in a swimsuit. I actually quite enjoy this swimsuit. I think the swimsuit looks nice. The first time I actually saw this swimsuit was in this promo, and I do actually really like this very seasonal wicker bag in the capucine style. I think it's actually quite nice. I probably would not wear it crossbody. I think it looks better held top handle, and I feel like of all the promo that Zendaya did, I definitely think that this is the worst. I think they could have done so much better with her styling. I don't know if it's the styling of her hair. Maybe they could have given her waves or curls or something that went with, you know, a bit more of a relaxed beachy theme. I think the hair is giving very serious on her. I don't know if it's even the color. Maybe if they made it a bit lighter for her. I'm not sure, but I don't really love the styling. Then she's got one with a backpack on, the mini backpack. It's all right. It's just a bit of all right. But I have noticed that in a lot of the promo, they're using the denim quite a bit, which maybe they're realizing that of all the styles, I think it's their strong suit, the denim. So everything became available on the website. There is actually quite a bit of stuff. I'm based in the UK. There's actually quite a few things that are still available, it seems. I think I was correct in anticipating that this part of the collaboration wouldn't be as popular as the first two, but there were a few things that caught my eye that I hadn't seen from my previous video, which included teacups, guys. It's so random. And dessert plates. I mean, okay, I'm not really sure I'm understanding why. It just seems to be, I guess it's seasonal, I guess. So if you wanted to have a picnic, if we're going with the theme of the bike and the picnic, but why would you have tea at a picnic? Well, maybe you're going to a British picnic. I don't know. But they have teacups and a teapot, which I can't say I love, guys. Sometimes when they add in some of these novelty pieces, they really look counterfeit to me. Like if I went to someone's house and they pulled out this Louis Vuitton teapot set, I might think that it's not real. The set of 2 coffee cups and saucers, it looks all right from the top, like the top view of the saucer with the Louis Vuitton on the top. Yeah, but I'm not feeling the cherries. So no, so I thought that was quite interesting. What do you guys think about the teacup selection? It was so random. But they also had a swimsuit, which I think is an easy buy. Can't go wrong with a cute bikini set. And I don't mind the cherries, although is there too much innuendo wearing like cherries on your bikini? I'm not sure about that. And they have a deck chair, which is quite interesting. I think, although very novelty, I think that this could probably work if you have some kind of really nice outdoor space that you have styled in, maybe, probably not likely, but you styled it with maybe a denim theme or something like that. And I definitely need to pick up at least 4 of these chairs. Yeah, I mean, either that, or if you just wanted to keep a chair in your boot for when you go like picnics and you pull out your Louis Vuitton chair. I don't know about that, but maybe. They also have a notebook. I think quite a lot of this part of the collection is quite novelty in comparison to some of the other ones. There's quite a few pieces that I think you could probably pick up if you were looking for like a gift or for an occasion of some kind. Like I can see if you had a friend or a loved one who liked this collection, that you could pick them up a notebook for their birthday or as a gift or something like that. I have seen that some people have begun to receive their pieces, and overall it seems as though this part of the collection has definitely been a bit easier for people to get their hands on than the other two. I've seen less complaints about, you know, making an order and then receiving a cancellation shortly after. This part of the collection definitely does seem to be a bit more playful. They've also got this fan, which I think the fan's cute. Okay, the fan is actually very cute, but I'm not super interested in this collection, and their pricing is definitely reflecting some of their increases. Like the Speedy Bandolier 20 is £2,300, which I feel like might be slightly more expensive than some of the Speedy 20s that were in the other two parts of the collection. I might be wrong. With everything being quite expensive and being slightly underwhelming for me, if I'm honest, guys, I wanted to show you guys some alternatives. So I think everybody's probably aware that Coach do have a cherry collection as well. I honestly cannot say I love the Coach versions either. However, I do feel as though if you enjoyed this look, then you might be more efficient picking up the Coach versions, because I don't think they differ that much to the Louis Vuitton ones. And of all the styles that I've seen, I think the Johnny bag with the cherry print, I think without the red detailing, I've just realized maybe I just don't like red detailing. I don't like it on these Coach bags, and I also don't like it on some of the Louis Vuitton styles too. But I think this Johnny bag of all of the styles is the sweetest. A very nice summer bag with a white dress in hand. You know, I'd probably keep my dress simple, maybe a red lip. I think it could look really nice. And for £295, it's like 100% cheaper than, let's say, the Speedy 20. So much more affordable, and I definitely think they give the same vibe. I also stumbled across Valentino have the Cherryfic print, which has cherries on it, but the backdrop is brown, which I think works much better than the white. So I think this brown and the Louis Vuitton denim works the best with the cherries. I think it definitely gives more of a Mediterranean feel, more of a summer feel, almost like Spanishy feels gives me, right? And they have quite a few styles that I actually really like. They have the signature mini hobo bag in jacquard raffia, which I think is very, very sweet. I mean, I don't like how they styled it on the model, but even with like a denim outfit or a nice flowy dress, I can see how you could style that bag to look very, very sweet. And they have these platform sandals. Guys, I love a platform sandal, okay? It kind of gives Gucci. I really, really like it. These prices are more similar to Louis Vuitton prices, but I definitely think that the colorways that they used are a bit more wearable, and I just think they look a bit more adult than some of the color combinations that Louis Vuitton has used. They also have this bucket hat that I think is quite sweet with the cherries at the top. And I quite like this embroidered shoulder clutch too. I mean, it may be slightly fussy if you look at it for too long, right? But I think it may actually be cute. Summer wedding clutch bag, very cute, I think. So I definitely think Valentino is worth checking out if you wanted a cherry print that was maybe giving just a bit more grown up. I definitely think Valentino has done that very well. And if you wanted to pick up something that was maybe a bit more affordable, maybe you just wanted to dip your toe into a bit of cherry, then Coach does have a few cute options. Let me know what you think of the last part of the Takashi Murakami Louis Vuitton 20-year celebration. Have you picked up anything? Have you received it? How was your shopping experience? Let me know down in the comments below.